up on stage, Thapelo, Senior Manager, Financial Wellness and Implementation at Nedbank. As it comes to the front. Come on, guys, let's show some love. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. From day one, my man. Day one. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mulimi. Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I must say, especially for me, it's a wonderful and a great honor because I was asked to speak at the very first event, the first event that Nedbank and T have started. And now at the end of the year again, I was asked to speak. So I'm really, really honored to be here. And thank you so much for making it out to attend the event. It's a great opportunity for you to learn and to get some nuggets which you can go and implement, which you can go and improve in you running your business in the future. So I know that Mr. Mulimi is very strict on time, so I'm not going to spend so much. I've got about 15 minutes, but I'm going to ask, I've got a few notes that I'm going to share with you. So the theme for today is access to funding. And as a financial institution and as also an employee of a bank, I have had a lot of questions wherever I've been, the seminars that we've been running. There's this one question that we get as to how do I get funding in the bank? So today I'm going to share with you a whole host of options that as Nedbank we have available for your organization, from an NGO to a profit-making organization, and then so that you can be able to have an idea of what is being offered. And also, we are aware that some of yourselves, you would have said, but I didn't know that Nedbank is offering this. I didn't know that Nedbank is offering this, so we've got it here. I'm going to share them with you. It's a lot, so I'm going to sort of share more at a high level. I'll also share some of the email addresses that maybe you can use, maybe to send your proposal and so forth. Are we ready? Awesome. All right, if we can go to the next. Oh, okay, thank you. Let me do this. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so at Nedbank, our main purpose, our purpose statement is to use our financial expertise to do good, right? And we do this through interventions like this, where we empower businesses, we empower potential clients, we empower our clients, and so that we can be able to see that your business grows, you grow as an individual, and our brand promise to you is that we see money. We see money differently, and we want you to see money differently because we want to become part of your financial decision-making process. So, and this really is part that really inspires me a lot, that I'm very passionate about, that as Nedbank, we don't want you to see us as a bank that just opens accounts or opens credit cards or opens loans. We want you to see us as a bank that wants to build a relationship with you. Because you can open an account, you can have a loan, and then the account maybe gets dormant or gets closed, or the loan that you have, you maybe go into arrears or so forth. So we've learned all of those. So what is really key is that we build a relationship with you so that you can also understand how we operate. We also can understand your business. We can understand the industry within which you operate. We want you to be the kind of client to us where you can call us and say, look, I want to buy an equipment. Do you think it's a good idea? Wouldn't you be happy to bank with an organization like that than just maybe just thinking of a transactional way of doing business? So, I keep going back. I think I need to go for a course on this one. There we go. So I'll be covering basically about three lending options that we have. I'll start with the traditional lending options we have in the bank, and then I'll move to then a variety of other support options that we have. and then other alternative forms of funding, because we are aware that there are many different businesses out there. Some of them may not be able to, participate in the traditional lending offerings that we have. So we've got other alternative lending options there that I'll share with you. Okay, we go to the next one. There we go. All right. So our approach is really on ensuring that, from a digital perspective, we can be able to offer you the services and the convenience you need to do your banking. And then also, we offer the human touch as well. And as I've mentioned earlier, building a relationship with you is quite key. And this really goes a long way, to such a point that the next time you want to go and see a banker, it is really about you being very articulate about your business. The pitches that we had now, the awesome pitches that we had, the relationship that you want to have with your banker, it's such that you can be able to share with us what you do, exactly what is your goal, your short-term, your medium-term, and your long-term goal in your business, so that we can be able to understand you deeper there. And then we would like you also to, run your business conveniently, saving time as well. And we've really moved a lot into digital, where you can be able to run your business digitally, where you can be able to bank digitally, where banking digitally is also cost effective. So I would like you to please make time to make sure that you really understand. The same way you go to a supermarket, you don't go to a supermarket and you just pick up any spice. You check which one costs how much, right? So the same way in terms of how you choose to bank, with whom you choose to bank, and is this working for you? What is the best way to bank, which would be more cost effective for you? Right, I think I got a hold of things now. All right, now let's start with the traditional banking finance. So with regard to our banking offerings, especially with regard to loans at the bank, it is very important for you to understand that it would be responsible for us as a bank to say, yes, we can help every small business with funding and finance. Where it is quite important is to understand we look at each and every business according to its own merit. And we're not saying you should be running for 5 years or 10 years, but we're saying if you can be able to provide us some information with regard to how your business has been performing, it can be as good as 6 months worth of management accounts, where we can be able to see how your business has been performing. That will really help us a lot to be able to see how we can go ahead. For us to be able to assist you with finance, we look at two things. We look at your ability to pay, and then we look at your willingness to pay. And your willingness talks to then your history and how have you been running. And like I said, it shouldn't be very long period, but as you have, it means then that the documentation and how you keep your records of all your transactions in your business is quite important as well. So with regard to the traditional bank finance options, I'll start with the short-term offerings, and this is really to help you with working capital in terms of meeting your monthly expenses, and we've got a variety of options and facilities there. We've got overdrafts, we've got credit cards, and these are revolving facilities that you can always go in and use as and when you need. And then we also have got very exciting ones, and I hope you can see them. There's one called the single invoice discounting. Maybe you, you have people that buy from you on credit, and or they buy from you, or you offer services to them, and then they pay you later. And sometimes you could be supplying quite blue chip companies, and then they would possibly be paying you 60 days later or 90 days later. In that way, you can be able to come to us, and then we can discount that invoice for perhaps maybe up to 80%. Maybe in this 90 days while you are waiting for your payment, you can still be able to pay your employees, pay your electricity, and so forth. So that is what we mean by the invoice discounting offering. And then the other one, which is quite exciting, and I've really looked at it for some years, it's called a gap access. So if you go to the stands outside, our fellow colleagues are having a pocket POS device, small like this, that you can use to be able to receive payments from your clients or your customers, right? Now, the more you continuously use the merchants in your business where people come and buy from you, the gap access facility, it is not a loan, it's an advance, right? So what we do as a bank, we check the number of transactions that have been going through your speed point machine, and then we advance you lending based on that. Are we together? It's an awesome, awesome facility. And also, it is not prime variant, right? It's not linked to prime. We charge you a fee, which is actually even much of a bargain as well for yourself. You can be able, and how you pay is we automatically deduct from the transactions daily, and then that's how you basically pay. You don't have to get into an installment where you pay. So it's a very convenient way. If maybe you are closed on Sunday or on a Saturday, then our systems are able to monitor that, and then they are not able to deduct. So it's an awesome, awesome solution, the gap access. So if you want more information about it, please make your way to the stands where our colleagues will then be able to give you more information. And then the other one is the medium-term offerings that we have. And these are the medium-term lending term offerings. And this is really to fund operational assets in your business, such as equipment, and maybe you want to buy a vehicle for your business and so forth. And we've got, obviously, the car finance offerings, as you know, and then we also can assist your business with regard to asset finance. Maybe you want to buy equipment and so forth. Sometimes you may be wanting to buy a business from someone, maybe a going concern, and this business already has fridge, it already has a bakkie or a scooter, it already is a building, it's a commercial property, and you need to buy the whole business, then a term loan really comes in handy for that. It goes for a period of about 60 months to pay, and then in that case, then we can be able to structure it nicely and be able to assist you there. So that's a great offering. And then we also have a solar energy finance offering, and I think it really goes without saying with regard to the struggle we are currently having of power, and you can imagine in your business how that could be. And so what we then do, we can be able to offer the solar energy finance, and we can offer it in two ways. We have a finance house at Nedbank called MFC, and there you can be able to buy the installation. We can be able to finance the installation of your solar panels for your business or even for your residential property in that way. Or if you already have a property, we can be able to incorporate the cost of the installation of the solar panels into your bond, right? And this actually, it lessens the installment for the duration of your loan, and then it makes it easier for you then to be able to pay it. The other option is maybe you've got already an existing bond, you can apply for a further loan, and then we can be able to finance your solar panels there, and then you pay for the duration of the term. Maybe you're not banking with us, and you are banking elsewhere, and we would like to encourage you that this is an opportunity for you to switch over, because in that way we can be able to look into assisting, and then we can then help you with make sure that we can incorporate the solar finance option as well. And if you want to know more information about this, feel free to keep in touch with us. There's going to be engagements throughout the day. I'm happy to give you more information about this. Are we still together? Yes. Okay, awesome, awesome. I love the energy. This is the last session of the year, so I'd rather hear the energy. All right, so the last one is really long-term finance options, and this really talks to funding of non-operational assets, such as commercial property or even residential property. And with regard to commercial property, there's a solution called Nedbond that we provide at Nedbank. And really the condition here, maybe you want to buy an office space in your business, as long as you're going to occupy a minimum of 75% of that property, we can then be able to look into assisting you with regard to that. We can be able to, maybe, especially some of the people, maybe you are based Kokasi, and then you'd like to convert your residential property into a commercial property, there's a proper guidance in terms of the rezoning process that we can be able to help you with and guide you on there. So please just keep in touch with us with regard to those. So this is now the traditional banking finance options that I've just shared with you. So then the question is, so what are the requirements and what sort of documentation will I need? So I'd like to encourage you to go to our Nedbank website. And on the Nedbank website, maybe you've got a pen, but we're happy to, I'll just share with you. Go to the Nedbank website and then click on the business tab. And then there's another tab there called Other, and then there's another tab called Beyond Banking. Then you'll find an awesome 55-page essential guide for small business owners. It covers everything from how you can build a healthy relationship with your bank, and what sort of documentation you should keep in your business, what sort of requirements should you want to apply for finance, and then towards the end of the page, I actually even know the page is page 39, it covers the financial ratios in the most simplest form for you to understand. And I think it really will help you to see when you come to the bank and submit your banking loan applications, what exactly do we do with those documents? I think it would be nice for you to know. So that document is quite free for you. You can download it and you can go through it at leisure. Even the people that are not here, please share with them to really go and have a look at that. Really, you will thank yourself to go through that. The team were quite very generous to make sure they get to give more information for you to be able to be ready. Even also, whether you are exempted from tax or whether you are liable for tax, at what stage should you make sure that you are making sure that you really tax compliant and everything. There's some information pertaining to that. Obviously, you will need to go and visit the SARS website and go to SARS for more information, but I think that gives great guidance for you from that perspective. All right, so there's also some solutions that you can also already apply for online. And again, you just go to the Nedbank website, you will see there, you'll be able to apply for an overdraft all by yourself in the comfort of your own home. So you can be able to do that. You can be able to now apply for car and asset finance, and then in the comfort of your own home there, those are available online. And also the term loan that I spoke about, you can be able to apply for that as well. So something about the term loan, obviously that will require some form of collateral in the form of maybe sitting your property or suretyship, or maybe an insurance that has got some surrender value, but the bankers will be able to give you guidance with regard to that. Some of the solutions you can still be able to, you are going to be able to apply for online in the future, credit cards, gap access, you will do that, it's coming soon, and also property finance. Just watch this space, keep checking our website so that you can be able to apply on the Money app for these kinds of solutions. All right, now the most interesting part is this one. So we are in an era where really to save time and to see that whatever that you do, it brings convenience to you. It is really to embrace digital. Nedbank has been really at the forefront to ensuring that we encourage our clients that when you do your banking, you do it digitally, and therefore when you run your business, see that you can be able to leverage a lot from doing so digitally. It saves money. You're going to be finding that you are saving a lot from there. Doing things manually, it's quite sad when we look at our clients' financial statements. There's a part in the expenses space here, and then we'll see there's an item called bank charges. You'll find that as a business, you've paid something like maybe 9,000 worth of bank charges. It doesn't have to be that way. If you bank digitally, to leverage a lot from banking digitally, you are going to save quite a bit there. So one of them is really to understanding and using our money apps. We've got our Nedbank money app where you can do all this banking digitally. And also with regard to your business as well. This money app, what it does is you can do your banking in your capacity as an individual, and then you can switch and then very easy, very conveniently, maybe you want to make sure now you transact with regard to your business. So it's got the business profile and the personal profile, and then you can do the context switching that they're talking about there. And also, maybe you have got directors in your business. You are one of the directors in your business, and then all of you, you want to have pins to be able to transact on this bank account. Now you'll be able to see who transacted on the account. There's no longer a thing of sharing one pin to all the directors. Everybody will be able to have an individual Nedbank ID so that you can know who transacted on the account. And I think really it helps a lot in terms of working together with your fellow directors in your business. All right, and then there are also other digital payment methods there. I think by now you may have seen there's this barcode that is square in shape. It's called the QR code. In your business, maybe you are selling muffins or whatever you are selling, you go into buildings to want to sell whatever that you are selling, and you don't, maybe another alternative way is you could have a QR code where people can take a snapshot of the QR code and pay conveniently that way. So that's another option that we have. And then also, we have also introduced the Nedbank bill payments, where you actually get rewarded for paying your bills. It's an awesome solution. You will be able to get it. It's on the. It's one of the options on the Nedbank Money app. We've got an array of also other options. The pocket post that I spoke about, you can now be able to get your clients to tap their cards on it as well, so that then there's ease of payment. The one that really blew me away, ladies and gentlemen, was the money message. Do you know now that your customers can pay you via WhatsApp? We've got that offering. It's called Money Message. You want to know more about it, please make your way to the stalls that we have outside so that you can understand more about it. Those that have got your, access to the Apple devices, you can be able to make your payments also in that way. So we've really gone a long way in making sure that we embrace a digital way of doing business so that it's more convenient for you. Are we still together? Yes. Awesome. All right. Then the next one, it's now I would like to come on to the other support options that Nedbank as a whole has really been committed to offering and to really helping many different sectors of the economy, many different industries in the economy as well. And the first one is really our incubation program in the form of the Nedbank Enterprise Program. And really the Nedbank Enterprise Development Program is where we enroll entrepreneurs into a program for a duration, sometimes all the way to 3 years, where they, together with maybe giving them some financial support, we also give them non-financial support, and I'll say about it more at length. And if you want to know more about the Enterprise Development Program, I've put an email there for you. It's ed@nedbank.co.za. ed@nedbank.co.za, and there's a slide that I'll sort of get more into it shortly. And then the other one is our CSI, our Corporate Social Investment Vehicle, and at Nedbank we call it the Nedbank Foundation, and this is really where we are helping different sectors of the economy to be able to address certain very important parts of the economy. And I think I've got limited time now, but I'm going to share more with you about that. It's called the Nedbank Foundation. So the email address there is nedbankfoundation@nedbank.co.za. And then one of the other platforms that I'm really passionate about is called the Simply Biz. I call it the Twitter for small businesses. That's where you can be able to advertise your business. You can get, there's a tab there called the Academy tab, where you can learn more about different tools to understand about business. You can network with other business people. You can get mentorship there. So please visit simplybiz.co.za. You'll get more information on that. Now, I've given you some info on Nedbank Enterprise Development, where they can provide mentorship for you, skills development, trading when you enjoy enroll the program. And also it varies really depending on which industry or sector you are at. All right, and also I've covered The Nedbank Foundation, the focus at the moment is really on those organizations that are really focusing on the green economy, such as your agriculture, waste, water, and energy. So if your organization is any of these and has any of these kind of key focus areas, please, and you'd like to see how Nedbank can support you in terms of that, you can then send them an email on nedbankfoundation@nedbank.co.za. I've spoken about the Simply Biz. I think I was excited ahead of time. And this is where you can also get alternative funding options. Private equity, seed fund investors are there, venture capitalists, where we are not maybe able to assist you with the traditional banking offerings from a lending perspective that we have. Right, and then alternatively, you can reach out to family and friends. Make sure that you don't destroy relationships in doing that, in getting funding. And then there's crowdfunding options that are available. And we also have some private investors that can invest in your business there that are available. And then obviously the government also is doing a lot to making sure that they help. So it's about you going out to reach out to see what help you've got available. And then my work is done. So thank you so much and hope that you enjoy the rest of the workshop.
Thank you so much. That was my brother Thapelo, Senior Manager, Financial Wellness and Implementation at Nedbank.